welcome back. And my name is Laura with Treasure on Paper, and I would like to say thank you to all of the new subscribers and the subscribers who have been with me for the short time I've been on YouTube. I really appreciate it because it seems like we all have a love for vintage diary readings or coloring in, or I'm pretty random. So anyway, I appreciate you being here, and without further ado, we're getting ready to start August in Moinetta's diary, August 1953. So let's open her up. Yay! Oh my goodness, I have missed Our Lady here. And let's see. Okay, found my bookmark, and here she is. One day I'll have a better setup where you can see this a little bit better, but let's get started. All right. August 1st is a Saturday. Fine, windy, and cold, cloudy towards the night. I was in to see Sadie. She is going over to Kay's to keep house for a week. Card from Francis. They had got to Maine. Went into Sadie's about dark on way to store. Kay and Earl came for her, and I took her over there. They are going to New York in the morning, and she is keeping house. Mrs. Fraser and Lillian went to the so-and-so's wedding 8 p.m. Eddie called from Andover to talk to his mother. So I wonder if Eddie is Mrs. Fraser's son, and the Frasers, I believe, are related to possibly Moinetta's husband, Phil, and they are his cousins and his family. So her in-law, possibly. All right, August 2nd. Fine and cool. Ooh. We went to church and walked home. Still cold. Had sleep. Something, showers beginning. It definitely says sleep. Had sleep, something, showers beginning at 3 p.m. Mrs. Fraser and Lillian went to the bus station to see Thelma and Joanne going to, that is a very long word, I don't know. Not raining now. I am going over to the K's to stay all night with Sadie. Terrible car accident today at the corner of Height and St. George. Stayed all night with Sadie. Something sick. Okay, so we know where St. George is because that's right up the road, and it is where they have like parades. So I believe this word is Height. So we'll see if there's a road there, but terrible car accident. All right. The 3rd, fine. Stayed all night with Sadie. Went down to Varma a little while. Very tired. Came home and had, looks like 3 sleeps. Had sleep. H into Sadie's. Mrs. Crandall passed away about 6 a.m. All right, August 4th. Fine and cool. I cannot wait for the cool weather. I'm in Northeast Florida, and it is, what day is this? This is August 20th, and I would love for it to be cool right now. Anyway, what's the temperature where you're at right now? Okay, stayed all night with Sadie. She and I went up to St. George Street, and I got a box of raspberries. Just 34 years ago today, dear Earl was Cade. Aw, we don't know who Earl is. Mended Mrs. H's dress. We three called to see Mrs. Crandall. Isn't that who passed away? Yeah. Lillian went to a shower. Mrs. Fraser and Mrs. H went up to call on Mr. O'Brien, sick. Aw. Interesting. Wonder who Earl was. He had been passed for 34 years. All right. August 5th. Raining hard towards the night. Ida went to Mrs. A. Crandall's funeral. I had a ride home with the Eagles. Lillian is having a shower here tonight for one of the girls. Mrs. H was in. She and Mrs. Fraser went to a missionary meeting at the church. Lillian had 10 girls at shower. I stayed with Sadie all night. Slept good. Jason and Bobby over from shore. Jean and Bobby over from shore. All right, so they had maybe a bridal shower or baby shower of some kind. August 6th. Fine. Beautiful this morning. Cool. Oh, yeah. I went in to see Mrs. Miller on my way home. Had nice talk. Wanted to get us something to eat, and I said no, in quotations with a capital N. She gave me stuffings, raisin pie, and turns out to bring home, and Sadie gave me half dozen ginger snaps. Sent Gertrude a letter. Got home, found Mrs. Fraser sick. Mrs. Fraser she is always ill. Lillian homesick all afternoon. Oh boy. Mrs. H called. I went down to City Hall and had rental taxes canceled. $7.28. Came home, had sleep. Rental. So we were wondering if the house on Enterprise Street is hers and she rents it out. Maybe, who knows? But she just had the rental taxes canceled. Okay. Got Kenneth's birthday present. I don't know. Socks and something. Stayed all night with Sadie. Mrs. Freeman called over there. Okay. The 7th is a Friday. Fine. Sick, all better. Lillian went to work. Got home from Sadie's about 10 a.m. Cooked potatoes and had dinner. Laid down and had sleep. So tired. Mrs. Fraser and Mrs. H went downtown. Mrs. H left Mr. H tonight after there about 10 minutes. Stayed with Sadie all night. Ray went to Maine with the Sissons. Reverend came to spend weekend at Verna's. So I wonder, I'm thinking Ray is a son maybe? I'm not sure. But also I wonder how old she stays with Sadie. So I wonder how old Sadie is. And that's probably why she's tired, if she's helping Lillian with Sadie. All right, August 8th. Fine. Mrs. Fraser went downtown in the morning. I did not go over to Sadie's tonight. He stayed home. Something. Okay. The 9th. Fine. We all went to church in the morning and heard Mr. Vincent from St. John. Good. Mr. Pike, away on holidays, came home with Mr. Brinton in car. 7 of us. Had supper with Mrs. Fraser. She went to church and I went to Sadie's to stay all night with her. Ray got home Sunday night from Maine. All right, everything's sort of chugging along here. August 10th, foggy and air very damp. Mrs. Fraser put out her clothes, got them dry. Election day, underlined. Voted about 3 p.m. Mr. Murphy elected, big majority, Liberal. Something Steins went to McKee's Mills, Sadie in on way to vote. I stayed with Sadie all night. Mrs. O spent evening with us. We played lexicon. We haven't heard them play cards in a while. Ray came over and brought me raspberries and apples, a something and 10 something. So I wonder who Ray is. Ray came over. So at the very beginning we saw how the houses were like just one slightly behind the other. So it's possible the Frasers lived in one and Moinetta and whomever lived in the other one, and that's sort of why. But she really knows where people are going. If Ray doesn't live with her, she knows that he got home Sunday night from Maine, and when he left, and then he came over and brought raspberries. She knows all the goings on. I love her. August 11th, fine. Mrs. Fraser went to the something with the Matthews, about 10 a.m. in car. Stayed all night with Sadie. Phil came home and at noon with toothache. Oh, goodness. Went to doctor and had 2 out. Wow. Verna came over, not well. She brought me a little dish of raspberries, good, and apples. I gave him my, it looked glam. I gave him my glam candlesticks. Glam? Nope, doesn't say glam. Glass. It looks like glam. Gave him my glass candlesticks. Mrs. O'Brien sent Mrs. Fraser a cup of raspberries. Talked with Margaret about Aunt Vinnie, no worse. Terrible earthquake in Greece. Oh my goodness. So Aunt Vimy is, she had her birthday a couple months ago, and I believe, how old was she? Let me see, May. Let me just look real quick while we're on here. Was it in June? Just interested. Of course, when I looked to find it, I feel like it was in June. I don't have it written down. Anyway, she was old then, so she's no worse. So apparently she's been sick. And a terrible earthquake in Greece, so that is definitely something for the roundup. August 12th, fine. I stayed all night with Sadie. Mrs. Fraser got home about midnight. Edmund and I were down to Sadie's for the evening a while. They had something, bus to Montreal for 2 weeks vacation. I went to store, got slice of ham and bread. Didn't have to stay with Sadie. All right. All right, August 13th. I'm going to read 2 more pages and then we'll close this one out and there'll be a part 2. All right, August 13th is a Thursday. Fine. Hot. Ken's birthday, 52 years old. Oh, that's a year younger than me. Mrs. Fraser, very miserable all day. Miss Barnett was in during the evening. Kay and Earl got home. All right, August 14th, fine and hot. Mrs. Fraser went shopping. Huh. So I wonder if yesterday she was miserable as in her health or what, because the next day she's out shopping. Great damage done last night at Grand Falls due to an electrical storm. No lives lost. She lets us know everything. Norma, something down for afternoon, about 5 p.m. Thelma, Fraser, and Joe arrived. They had been visiting in North S on way back to Andover. At night we went to our meeting. Good ride, bath, and soup. Got ride, bath, soup. Sadie came home. Okay, so not too crazy of a month. There were a couple things with people passing, a car accident, etc. But okay, all right, we're chugging right along. It seems like the weather is like saying, okay, we've got a couple of nice cold days and then some hot ones. So let us close it up, and I'm excited for the next video. I hope you join me, and I'll see you then. Bye.